Hope you have referred my previous video which relates to the marketing planning process, situation analysis, and the marketing objectives, setting up marketing objectives. So this video is all about the strategic side of the business or setting marketing related strategies for your business. My name is Mahesh Veeratunga. I'm a senior lecturer. I'm the examiner and the corporate trainer. I'm here to support you to develop your skills, capacities, and the competencies in sales management, marketing management, and the brand management. So let's talk about the strategies that are to comply your marketing objectives. So this is a broader area in marketing plan. This is where you talk about your entire approach in your marketing plan. So, what are the strategies you got to think of? We need to identify. So, there are a few main areas you got to focus when it comes for the strategic area in marketing plan. So, one I can say the segmentation strategies. So, moving away from the technical term segmentation, I might say, okay, dividing your target market and the target audience into smaller or the groups to identify the right set of people whom you can cater with your products and services. This is how we define the segmentation technically. So you need to implement your segmentation strategy. You may be in a consumer market, you may be in a business market, B2B or the B2C, immaterial to the industry. You got to think about either consumer segmentation or the business segmentation. This is one strategic area you have to focus. You can refer my video which relates to the segmentation strategies, where I have defined the consumer market segmentation as well as the industrial or the business market segmentation. So once you do the segmentation, once you conduct the segmentation strategies, you have to look for the targeting strategies, which means selecting the right set of people to cater with your products and services. You have to target the right group out of all the segments what you have identified. So there are a few targeting strategies. Okay, let's say as example, so out of whatever the segments you select the particular group or few groups, so that is segment based targeting strategy we can identify it. Or else you can go for a niche, a unique niche with your product. It can be with a unique need, it can be with a unique style of product or whatever. You can go on the niche targeting, or else you can go on the customized targeting, or we call the micro level targeting, or we call individual or the tailor made targeting strategy. So like that, you can go on different targeting strategies, but you have to mention whatever the targeting strategies you are planning to achieve, you have to mention in your marketing plan. So the segmentation and the targeting strategies. Then we are coming into the positioning strategy. So what do you mean by the positioning strategies, and what do you position? You are positioning your brand and the brand values, the essence of the brands in the mindset of the consumer, which means you are trying to capture the mind share. Before you capture the market share, you should be able to capture the mind share for your brand. So you need to have a proper positioning, which means you are stamping your brand values in the mindset of the consumer. So you have to have designed your positioning strategies, where you have to mention that also in your marketing plan. Then you talk about product related strategies. So, I mean, tangible products, intangible products, the hybrid version of these, or durable, non durable, service oriented, you name many strategies are there. So, you got to talk about all the strategies, what you think from the product perspectives. At the same time, the pricing related strategies. Company-based pricing may be, the consumer-oriented pricing may be, whatever the pricing strategies. Your skimming pricing strategy, if you are talking about launching a new product with your marketing plan as a product development strategy, so you can talk about skimming pricing strategy, or even the penetration pricing strategy. You can talk about all these, and target return, the break-even pricing strategy, and all these many pricing strategies. But you got to talk about how you basically set your pricing into the market along with the break even and the return on investment analysis in your marketing plan. And then you are talking about the communication strategies. conventional communication and the digital communication in modern context you got to talk about in your marketing plan. What are the avenues I'm going to take in my marketing plan by looking at the digital channels? What are the avenues I'm going to take by looking at the conventional channels like TV, radio, press, and other, below the line communications? So, like that, you have to have a clear idea about that, and you have to mention your marketing communication presence during the marketing planning period, and at the same time your distribution strategies, how you are going to manage your channel intermediaries or the middlemen, your retailers, your wholesalers, your franchisers, agents, brokers, and all these channel intermediaries you got to visualize in your uh, marketing strategic area, in strategy part in your marketing plan, and you have to identify the best one. So like that, Salesforce related strategies, which means the people development strategies, your management process related strategies, or let's say as example, you are talking about the physical evidence management, you managing your retail presence and all these things, you got to bring in your marketing plan under the strategic area. So segmentation, targeting, and positioning strategies, the marketing mix strategies, and growth strategies. As example, okay, what are the growth avenues you can think of achieving the objectives you can consider? So whether you are going to diversify your business into a different area, or whether you are planning to go into a new market, so called the market development, or whether you are planning to penetrate the market with the existing product in a different kind of approach, or product development, or whatever the growth avenues you got to mention there. So like that, in your strategic area you have to talk about all these strategies what you can implement in marketing planning period. But when you're selecting, you have to select out of all these strategic areas, you have to select the best strategy what you can implement to achieve your objectives. So that is the third step of the marketing planning process. Implementing the strategic areas, or designing and implementing the strategic areas. Hope you have a better idea now. Refer my previous video which relates to the marketing planning process. I was talking about the entire process, the four-step model. Then I was talking about the marketing environmental analysis, which talks about the first step of the marketing planning process. Then talk about the objective area, how you should design your objectives, and this video will support you with the third step of the marketing planning process. So study all these, then you will get a better idea. So with this background, next time you design your marketing plan effectively. Hope you have got a better deal with this, better idea with this. So wish you all the very best, and follow me on my channel for more details. And next video will be on the controlling steps in marketing planning process. All the best.